Surprise, everyone!
Don't worry, nobody knows.
Don't worry, no one's watching anyways.
I mean, for fuck's sake, would you?
I mean, I'll be honest, I'm bad about rewatching if I'm not on. I tried for last week's, and
Yeah.
nothing. I love you and Brian, but it was very dry to get started.
It was. I had no fucking like feeling or energy into. I really should have just skipped doing last week because I just felt like all the conversation just we'd used it up, the couple of days before on his Game Masters Roundtable, and so like the two of us just didn't have anything to say, and it was like,
and then I wasn't
just not done
here.
an episode this week. Yeah,
I was dead from Disneyland. My legs still hurt from Disneyland.
Oh no, I had to go to Disneyland. Oh, what Star Wars or Disney thing did I get this time coming back? Did I get a light up popcorn Death Star?
No, I didn't get another light up pop. Dude, it was like, okay, merch wise, very disappointing. Actually, super upset. So I've got this this Darth Vader button up shirt. Okay.
Yep.
Looks nice. I like it. But I also don't really wear button up shirts very often. And so we were in the park. We were looking like, and in Star Wars land, there's like one shop that's kind of like the dark side shop. Okay, so that's really the only way to describe it, because like you'll find like Imperial like for kids, like the role play stuff, so like Stormtroopers or Kylo Ren, that kind of stuff.
So it's basically the marketing department for people who eventually go on to join the 501st.
Sure. Well, no, but they have oh, I forget the name of it. I think it's Doc Ondar's, which is like all Jedi stuff. Okay.
Okay.
So like you can get the replica lightsabers, you can get holocrons, you can get different kyber crystals for like your custom lightsabers. And then there's like this whole little marketplace thing, and so they'll have like a couple little food stands and a toy shop and like clothing shop. So like, yes, you can get straight up just Star Wars costumes and whatnot. But this one particular shop, like I say, it's basically like the dark side shop because it's, Imperial or First Order kind of stuff. And there was this white t-shirt that looked really cool. Basically, it had a silhouette of a stormtrooper helmet in profile, so like from the side, and then just like a whole bunch of like different stormtrooper images coming across it. It actually looked really nice, but it's a white t-shirt, not like, a gray with some white print. No, the fabric itself is white, and it was bright. I'm like, this is a disaster waiting to happen, regardless of who wears it. It doesn't matter. And then we didn't think about it, but Kim's like, that would actually be a really good shirt to wear under your Darth Vader button-up shirt. But by that point, we'd already left the park. There was no way to go back and get it, but like, so they have this area called Downtown Disney. Basically, it's like a bunch of like shops and restaurants and stuff that are like either owned by Disney or just want to be there because they'll get a bunch of traffic because it's Disney, and they have a Star Wars shop there as well. And so I went hoping that they'd have the shirt there, and they did not. So, anyways, I did not come back with a cool Star Wars thing. Kim still won't let me get a second lightsaber, which is very frustrating.
Some of us don't even have a first one.
Well, I mean, maybe if your channel was monetized, you could use it for that.
I refuse to bow to the whims of the American hegemony and its technology, tech bro industries that want to force your standards onto me. So I will continue to say cunt.
I didn't say you can't say that. I'm just saying maybe if your channel was monetized.
Yes, but you know what helps? Not being able to say, words in my own lexicon.
I don't know, man. Like, Bear's monetized, and he says a lot of stuff that maybe shouldn't be said. For monetization purposes, I mean.
I don't know. Maybe it's just they don't like Australians because our government keeps trying to tell them to pay taxes.
Maybe they don't like Australians because you people don't exist anyways.
Well, then you're having a very weird time right now.
Yes, I am.
A conversation with an imaginary person.
Yes, I am. Clearly, Seraphis has found something more important to talk about, or to invest his time in at the moment.
Why do you say that? No, I've been going through because I've got PDF scans of the Mass Effect 1 art book.
Okay.
Because right now, because they had N7 Day and No Man's Sky for their second expedition years ago did Beachhead. And the end big reward for that was you could get a frigate for your freighter fleet, which was the SR-1 Normandy.
Okay.
From Mass Effect. And I didn't get to complete it last time. And so with the redo currently going on, I have been trying to blast through the expedition rewards so I can get to the end so I can unlock it for my account, right? And I got to a point, I think I was only playing for about an hour today, but I got to a point where I was like, oh, well, I've got to a space station, I got a bunch of salvage for building a Corvette. I'll build a Corvette, make my job like 10 times easier. And I was like, oh, it'd be funny. I'll build a Corvette in the style of like a Mass Effect ship. Not necessarily the Normandy, because obviously the Normandy is the reward, but like, and Systems Alliance gunship or something like that. And I tried a couple and they didn't really work, so I've been going back over and trying to find a design that will work within No Man's Sky's Corvette building pieces. So yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So you're just trying to research
No Man's Sky, everybody. Yeah. Oh, hey, well, that one will do. But yeah, so that's actually what I was doing. I was paying attention to you. I was just like,
no, I'm teasing. Right.
Moving up.
I don't have my camera on, so I don't.
Yeah.
I don't blame you.
Yeah. But yeah, I just But then, like, because I'm in the No Man's Sky group on Facebook, the community group, and someone put up a small video that they put music to, and everything will come into explanation about what the music was and everything. It was the shuttle ship from Galaxy Rangers,
Okay.
The Adventures of the Galaxy Rangers, and the music playing in this repeating clip of the ship flying past as it broke through the atmosphere was the Galaxy Rangers song, intro song, and all that. And it was just like, yes.
Awesome.
Yeah, and I was just like, I haven't been able. That would be a really fun thing to do, but I don't know whether it's at some point later on. But like, because when you do the expeditions, you kind of start off in a different place, with a fresh save and everything, and so at the moment, I don't have access to the anomaly to go get the previous Corvette rewards from the previous expedition, and this ship basically had a bunch of them. And I was like, man, that would be really cool to build, but I can't access them at the moment. So I was just, yeah. And if anyone is wondering why, all three people that, Sax is in chat. Hi, Sax.
Sax, why aren't you in here? I guess I could see chat. Nope. Oh, there it is.
But yeah, like the whole reason why I'm really into like ship design, shipbuilding, vehicle designs, building designs, things like that is because I did actually study to be an architecture and an engineer. So,
and now you just wrangled hooligans.
Yeah, now I just kind of talk shit on the internet.
Yeah.
Or rather, Talkin Drek. Man. Yeah, I mean, you could never tell that I'm a dad with jokes like that.
I mean, that's not so much a dad joke as just a statement of where we're at.
What, being a nerd?
No, it's that we're talking Drek. So,
yeah.
Anyhow,
yeah. Really, I should just do what I normally do when I can't decide what I should build and just build the fucking Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. No, not Power Rangers Lost Galaxy. Power Rangers in Space. Astro Megaship.
No, just build the Megazord.
I can't. It's too complicated.
I'm hearing excuses.
Well, look. I personally don't like exploiting glitches and stuff to, do what some people have done and made like fucking Gundams that they fly around in. So, excuse me.
I don't know. That's kind of a weak argument there, bro.
Well, no, because look, there aren't glitches in reality, okay?
Okay.
So, if I'm treating this
Saxious.
I feel insulted.
I feel seen. Professional procrastinators are busy with other important things.
Oh, Jesus.
Oh. I mean, I thought English humor was dry, and then I met Saxious. Woof.
Well, that's an English and Danish combination.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yeah.
Well, have fun, managing it yourself.
All right. I am now talking to myself, everybody. Panic. Okay, no, I'm good. So okay. The reason why I usually go with the Astro Megaship from Power Rangers in Space is because it's also, ironically, by the Super Sentai information, because Japan just absolutely loves to make actual size guides for fucking everything that they do, which is just awesome, I have to tell you. Hello, Sax.
Hello, sorry, I've got a lot of housework that needs to be done, so you'll probably hear background stuff if that is all right.
That's fine. But yeah, the whole reason why I went with the Astro Megaship is because, as it turns out, thanks to Japan and their anal retentiveness of, telling you exactly how big everything is, the Astro Megaship for the Super Sentai actually has a size chart. And it's like 2 meters bigger than the Millennium Falcon.
All right.
So it's like, yeah, just that scale and everything is perfectly buildable within No Man's Sky's design. So it's like, well, fucking why not?
But No Man's Sky is also quite detailed for what they allow you to do within the game, which is definitely something I admire. Where you've got that kind of versatility. It allows enthusiasts such as yourself to go a bit nuts.
Yes.
Exactly. And then they've got the entire base building and production lines, which has weirdos like me going, oh my. Let us do some mineral exploitation around here.
Yeah. The amount of times that I'll see someone posting in the No Man's Sky group on Facebook, and they've just created this fully recycling farm of basic, or not basic, one of the advanced resources, and they're just producing infinite amounts of it. It's just like, god damn. And it's not in small quantities either. It would be thousands being produced every minute. It would take you 10 minutes to be fully stocked.
Nice.
And it's just like, yeah, and as you go out further and further in further and further galaxies, people have basically have searched out quote unquote perfect systems where either it's scenic for them, or a specific type of vibe that they're going for with their star system or whatever. And some people have basically found their perfect star system as where they can just have a complete chain of resources going to make all the advanced materials. And it's just like, well, yeah, okay. You never need to farm again, I guess.
Yeah, but weird as it's going to sound, I quite enjoy the farming. I mean, it's one of the reasons why I enjoy games like Graveyard Keeper.
Yeah.
Where, you've got to run a farm, you've got to run a business, You got to arrange, the supply lines. You got to then recruit the zombies that you're having working for you, and then you want to make sure that the workforce is at optimal, which means you don't need to go and research necromancy to make them more work harder. So it's just like, just yes. Mind you, I've also had these ideas for like my D&D games of like, let's just play a campaign where you own a tavern. I want to be the necromancer, and I will ensure that our supply of hops is infinite. I know. Mind you, like I also came across a long time ago on Twitter where it's like, here is your version of D&D, and here's my version of D&D. Everyone loves this version. It's like, we've got this like multi-race group. We're gonna go on an adventure. We've got these ideals. We want to do good. My adventure is you're all dwarves. Here is a bridge. Here is a tavern. Restore. It's like, great. We're gonna do all of this. How can I maximize the production of the cellar? Can I start a logistical supply chain from the wagons? How do I negotiate with the nobles merchant guilds? It's just like very clear differences where it's quite clear, like, would you look at that? The thing that makes me hyperfixate.
Although, to be fair, calling out a bunch of dwarves to build a bridge and restore a tavern, it's not that far off of like what happens normally in downtime, apparently, in the dwarf game that I'm in, so...
Yeah. Again, with all respect to your DM, it just doesn't sound like it's at the level of where I would look at it and go, "Ooh, this sounds fun. I can really get into the nitty and gritty stuff." Anyway,
I guess to be fair... Oh, no, you go.
No, I was just going to deviate and start talking about my 40k game yesterday.
No, you go ahead. I mean, my game isn't until next weekend, so...
All right. So our navigator couldn't make it. Real life events, which is perfectly fair.
Yep.
I am of the mentality of if I have at least one player show up, I'm having a game, and that's the end of it. I don't subscribe to the mentality of like, we need everyone to be. It's like, nope, you don't make it, you don't get the game. That's a you problem. I understand we all have lives, but I have an addiction, and you are the enablers. So I had prepared a number of things. I was told by one of the players that they had an idea that they wanted to do. The player then turned around and was like, "Yeah, no, I don't really have the energy to actually organize this," and heard the group of I'm like, "Okay." Well, the other thing that I had when I was preparing was sort of like only 50% done. So it's like, okay, I can't really use that because a lot of it's going to be half-assed. So I'm going to improvise. I'm going to start by prodding the place. Like, do you have any plans for the day? Do you want to do something? He's like, no. All right, we're going to do improvisation. Points towards the Archbishop and saying, right, you're going to roll me a D100. What do you get? Oh, you got a 23. All right, now roll me a D10. Oh, you rolled a 5. And one of the charts that I have is like, here's a bunch of random events on the ship. He rolled that someone had just found a plasma gun of poor quality. And there was a whole thing where the security guys like, there's a plasma gun. There's a very holy weapon on board this ship that we have not accounted for. And it's defiled and it's in poor condition. What do you want us to do, Archmilitant? Now, the player who is playing the Archmilitant doesn't know 40k, so he just looks at it and goes, oh, thank you. I'm going to give the janitor that founded the race, I'm going to hand it over to the prime agency of him to fix it up. The prime agency understands 40k. He looks at it. He looks at the player. He looks at it. He looks at the player and goes, where did you find this? And he's like, I just found it in a trash can. The binaric screeching that followed with that is like, I need you to go into the underdeck, Archmilitant. I need you to find who has done this, Archmilitant. Take my Skitari with you. Don't worry about it. They understand how to deal with these things. And just find me the individual who has done this to such a holy relic. Okay, I'm going to do that. and just beeline straight to go into the underdeck, the gangland of the ship. Now, the entire point is like I'm meant to be having all of the other players come along, so I have the Void Master be told, like, by the way, the Archmills is just walking into the underdeck, no pre-warning or anything. What do you want us to do? And the Void Master's like, oh well, I probably should join him. And the rest of the players like go in, and once they realize what's going on, and yeah, the players forgot that many sessions ago they had to suppress the underdecks because they were getting a bit uppity, and the Archmillion was a bit too enthusiastic about how he did it. So enthusiastic that he is now nicknamed the Deathbringer of the underdeck, and he thought he could disguise himself by putting like a like a bed sheet around himself and walk down there. So they go down there, and it is your typical police brutality. Hello, here's a flashbang. I'm going to close the door now. Once you're violently, disoriented and unable to like see or hear anything, we're going to come in and beat you with batons and shout at you to tell us where this holy item was found, because that's how you're meant to do it. None of the players question it because this is this guitar who's like, we're just going to do this, and the players are like, well, this sounds reasonable. Let's just do it. They learn that there's a gang lord down there who is trying to build an empire, and who has somehow gotten his hands on actual weapons. You can see how things are like building up to like this is a problem.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So they find out that it's on the deck too. They get down there, and I just need to give you a picture. The players are coming down there armed with bolter guns, hot shot guns, plasma guns, and chainsaws against the equivalent of like Metro 2033 weaponry. It's a bit one-sided. So they find out where the gang leader is, and the gang leader is going, "Oh shit! The big lords have come down here. I'm gonna offer to calmly and diplomatically to engage with them." To which the players go, "Yes, of course. Just open the door." They do that, and the Hellsman basically uses his quick draw, pulls out his plasma gun to shoot him. It overheats in his hands, and he has to drop it, which surprises everyone, including him. So it's like a turn when no one does anything, because like, holy shit, he was about to shoot us. And everyone's like, holy shit, he almost killed himself. To which, the secretary goes, oh, that's a problem. And that's a problem. So here's like 6 stun grenades. Close the door. And followed by that, they just ran in there and basically did a melee brawl as they beat the snot out of everyone, and learned that the gang leader had effectively found out who the spies were in the underdeck and murdered all of their families and extensions to make sure that there would be no inside information. They learned that he had established a supply chain from the player's armory. So every time that there was a major like military event, a couple of weapons and ammunitions and such would just go missing. It was all definitely lost during a big battle and what have you. It's just been making his way down there, where a heretic who had smuggled himself on board this ship was basically building an armory to arm this crime lord.
Oh, sweet Jesus.
I mean, they dealt with it, which meant that it's not going to be a problem in the future. And they've done after it all, they basically got all the culprits marched up, and they've done public executions that has been broadcasted throughout the entire ship and forcefully broadcasted to all of the denizens of the underdeck.
Oh, jeez.
I missed a lot of that. Sounds like you need to send in a space marine.
The players have the equivalent. He is a 5'3" tall soldier who is stronger than the average orc and has one setting, which is rip and tear. Brian, are you familiar with the Catachans?
Yeah,
Yeah, he is a Catachan.
got it. So he's see. That's another thing that's frustrating about Games Workshop these days. Like, hey, we have an entire faction that is literally just like nothing but, Rambo just run through a cloning machine. Yeah, we're gonna get rid of it. Or, they had like 800 different regiments like that you could buy official models for.
Yep.
Nope. Everything's Cadian now.
Yep.
And then we blew up Cadia.
Yep. So there are you can buy packs, which is for what's it called for Catachan, and if you want Elysian drop troops or Deathcore Creed, you then have to pay the big bucks to Forge World to have it. I've seen the prices are eye-watering, and you don't even get like.
Actually, hold on. Deathcore, they actually finally released some plastics on.
Oh, sweet Jesus!
Yeah, that was within like the last 6 months.
Yeah, but your point stands though. Like, you don't have the variety that you used to have.
Right.
I mean, when I played the Imperium, or specifically the Guard, what I would do is I would buy the base models for Cadia, and then I would buy the Beast Folk, and I would kit bash, so that I would have an auxiliary Beastman regiment that I would then paint to be a Penal Legion.
Yup.
And then occasionally I'll also throw in like some units of like flagellants from the Empire, so that you had your really like dedicated people, the ones who've got like, oh, I'll put a brazier on top of my head because I'm that devout. It's like, you go. It's a bit metal, but yeah, you go.
Oh, I guess they actually do have Catachans.
No, they do. It's just like it's not what's it called? It's not the thing that they promote the most.
Oh yeah, no. They don't promote it at all. But I didn't realize they even still made these available.
No, they've updated them quite a lot. They've also updated the painting scheme. There's now also female head models that you can get with all the different guards.
Not for Catachans. I swear this sprue is from like 2005. I just don't see a copyright date. I'm literally on their website right now.
That's fair. I've seen a few where you've got like what appears to be female heads.
Oh no, they do, I think they do on the Cadians.
Okay,
because they've gotten a couple of resculpts over the years.
Okay.
But I was looking. Yeah, I was looking specifically at the Catachan one.
Yeah, fair. Well, no, I do agree. They used to have like the Talon Desert Raiders. They used to have what are they called again?
The Praetorian Guard, the
Elysian drop troops. Like they had so many variety, which was all sorts of flavors of interesting.
Well, the Elysians were Forge World. You're right there. And the Death Corps. But they had the Praetorian Iron Guard, and they did a head swap on those. I forget what they were called. But they had like basically it was from the Zulu movie, so they had like all the pith helmets on.
I think that's the Praetorian, and then you were mentioning the Mordian Iron Guard.
Oh, right. Yes, the Mordian Iron Guard. You are correct.
Yeah, it's just their names. But yeah, no, absolutely. Which again, I like it because I like the variety, but I've always preferred the human faction. I've never been a Space Marine enjoyer.
I like Space Marines. Not gonna
No,
lie.
no, absolutely. It's the poster child. I mean, if I have to pick a Space Marine, I'll just go with what's it called, with Ultramarines.
Really? You
Yeah,
go that
absolutely.
boring?
No, I have my reasons. They're going to run things efficiently. They're going to come in here and go, right, we have a war. Now, where's the logistical officer? We need to talk. Where's your bureaucratic manager? We need to
We
catalog
we
all
have a
this.
war. Please provide all of your available units in spreadsheet form.
Exactly. We are here to wage war efficiently. There will be casualties, but it shall be with no waste of resources, no waste of manpower, and worst of all, there should be no waste of time.
To be fair, if we were going by Space Marine chapters based on our eccentricities, I think I'd probably be Iron Fists. Get me building something.
Hold on. No, Iron Hands.
Iron Hands.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
Imperial.
Is that Vance Ferris or is that Rogel Dawn? I always get them mixed up.
No, that's Ferris Manus, which you
Ferris Manus.
which you can learn more about on today's episode of Reading Wikis for You.
I might
No,
actually go and do that.
I was talking about Dawn's boys.
That's the Imperial Fists.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Well, I had it half right.
Yeah. I mean, it's Iron Hands, just like one of those chapters that GW just went, we don't know what to do with them. They just sort of like dropped them.
No, they've actually I think they've gotten really good at fleshing out the original legions.
Okay.
And I'm saying legions because yes, I realize the loyalists then devolved into chapters. But
yeah. I know what you mean.
But yeah, I'm just trying to make sure that we're focusing on like the origin points. But I think they've done really good at fleshing those out because I even say at the end of my video today, like when I first got into Warhammer way back in the day, my own custom chapter, I decided to make it an Iron Hands successor chapter, but they had really done nothing to flush them out outside of, giving the Primarch a name. So yeah, there's they've done really well at like even if it's like Imperial or Iron Hands, Salamanders, who else? White Scars, are all kind of, I would call them minor loyalist chapter or legions because they don't get a ton of press like the others.
Yeah.
But like they've still given them very much unique feel, unique flavor, understanding how they're different, how they act differently. So yeah, say what you will about Games Workshop, like,
They suck.
But they,
you said say what you
who was
will, so I said they suck.
No, I get it, but like I was watching there. Okay, so there's these two guys out of Canada. They own a game shop, and so they're supplementing obviously the shop with their own YouTube channel. But I like the business side of all of this.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And so it's two shop owners talking about the business side of all of this. And they were mentioning, like, they were talking about the new edition of Blood Bowl that's about to come out. And they brought up a really interesting point. People will give Games Workshop grief, for all sorts of reasons. But in the end, even if we think it's stupid what they're doing, they're not doing things because they hate the fans. Like let's be honest. It's Blood Bowl. Is there really any reason to do a new edition of Blood Bowl? Do you really think they're going to get that many new players? But they're still investing like millions of dollars in producing a new edition, making the models, like the new teams in the new set are Tomb Kings and Bretonnians. Do you think anybody really cares? But how much money went into sculpting the models, getting the making the molds, producing the models? They're still doing it. And yes, it's going to be profitable. I'm not saying nobody's going to do anything, but is it going to be profitable even like at the same level as the old world or Necromunda? Probably not. But they're still doing it.
I'm not going to disagree with that. No, they have definitely been providing some core fan bases with the material to continue. I do think that they also realize that, well, given that the variety of editions, the fans who prefer an old edition will just continue to play that edition, maybe supplement into new models here and there, but it's still there for them to use. So I don't think that they're idiots in that sense. Where I just find myself disliking them as a company, but I do need to acknowledge I am not a customer of theirs anymore, and that is definitely something to keep in mind when I say this. I've, from my perspective, there's a lot of fear of missing out from some of the products or the unique products that they bring out, and I am still bitter about how they handle the end times of Warhammer Fantasy. But again, that's a personal side of mine.
No, and that was okay. Say whatever you will about Warhammer Fantasy. It wasn't doing horribly, and for them to just say, "Nah, we're gonna nuke this entire game line and make a new one."
I think okay. So, if we, from the point of view of a business, I do not think that they made that decision without reviewing the financial status of Warhammer Fantasy. Warhammer Fantasy was what made them strong to begin with. 40K then took over. And what they saw in difference within 40K and Warhammer Fantasy was that people was enjoying smaller point games within 40K, and Warhammer Fantasy had gotten to such a point where you needed block forms to do any form of fighting. Now, I enjoyed that, but that's me. But that didn't mean that there was a huge buy-in, upfront buy-in, if you want to get into that into Warhammer Fantasy, and that was prohibitive. So they needed to downscale it, and they needed to downscale it in a way so that they could attract a new audience. 40K already had like an interest range of younger people, kids with parents, were especially their target audience, and people in their 30s who had a stable income, and they primarily veered towards 40K. So if they could mimic the appeal of 40K into fantasy, then that was something that they would need to do, which is what they did when they brought about the end times and Age of Sigma. So because I don't think fantasy was performing as well as we may think, because it wasn't the flagship anymore, and we have seen Age of Sigma now become a rivaling flagship to 40K within the GW, which I think is just a sign that they did their research properly.
I don't know, because that's the thing. That's another thing that I do kind of wonder, because like number one, they brought back the old world, or they brought back Warhammer Fantasy with the old world.
Yeah, but after how many years of it not being around.
True.
That go on.
Yeah. No. I just don't know that Age of Sigmar is doing that much better. Is my point. I could be completely wrong. We're all just like purely speculating here.
Oh no, that's absolutely true. I do think that there were years and years of the fans basically going like, "I want my old world. I want my old world." To which I think they went, "Okay, well, there's a small market here, so we're going to bring out drips and drabs of the old world." Now, the last time I checked, it wasn't like we were seeing huge army expansions to the old world. It was starting out just with Bretonium and Tomb Kings. And then they've been sort of like slowly going out there with the Wood Elves and so on, factions that weren't really supported for the longest time. And I think it's kept more as a niche business side, where the people who really want it can buy into it, and their production doesn't suffer as heavily. But at least from all of the advertisement I'm seeing, Age of Sigmar is the one that's, from the fantasy perspective, is being pushed out significantly more.
Yeah, I don't.
I have no facts to back this up, by the way. Absolutely nothing. This is my pure perceptive.
No. I get that. I am like I kind of look at it like companies like Mantic, because that was like they put out Age of Sigmar, and Mantic literally like within like a month said, "Oh hey, you're Warhammer Fantasy players, and they just killed your game. Hey, come play our game. Here's a set of here's rules to actually use your army, in our game. All you have to do is buy this one book." And
it sounds like the one-page rules that also that came out to compete with the GW.
Yeah, sort of. I mean, like they already had the rule set, but it's like, oh, here's a book of Warhammer armies that don't have an equivalent in our game. So yeah. I think like Skaven was one. What was another one? There were like 3 or 4 that needed some brand new rules, and so they whipped up an army list for them. Anyways, I think they just kind of proved that yes, there is still demand for that kind of game. But that's another thing is that like if you notice, Games Workshop is also bringing back all of the specialist games.
Yeah, that's true.
Necromunda, Blood Bowl. I mean, they've turned Old World into a specialist game. Kill Team.
Kill Team is quite popular because, again, smaller squads is what seems to be the interest for a lot, because you don't have to have that same high buy-in. And
right. I love. I'm very much into skirmish games or like just little squad-based games nowadays.
Yeah, absolutely. That's definitely something I think that they have reviewed, and they made a conscious decision about that. Oh, Lord.
But
it's a side question, gentlemen. How much clothes can a woman really have? We're doing laundry while we've been talking, and I filled up like 5 cabinets, and the wardrobe is about to fall over.
I just don't ask. I mean, because let's be honest, whatever it is, there's a reason she needs it.
Yes.
And actually, I do always love the thing online. Like women will be complaining, and they're like, why is it that that men just have one suit and 3 ties and that's fine, but I've got to buy a new dress for every activity. And everybody that comments is like, we literally don't care if you wear the same dress a second time. Go nuts.
Yeah.
You know? So I don't even, I mean, it's like Kim. She has her vanities that I don't care about at but she does. And so
Which is fair. It's very fair. It's just like I said, I'm doing the laundry. I'm just looking at it going like, how much does she owe? I don't recall seeing half of these things.
I don't either.
Thank you. I'm not alone. That's all I needed to know.
Yeah, you are not alone in this. Not at all.
Seraphis, do you dare to weigh in on this, or are you leaving me to just dig myself a hole here on the online sphere?
For the most part, I commented in agreement on something in particular Ger said, but I mean, Grim has a lot of clothes, but at the same time, like when we're just around the house, we both kind of just like have the same shit. So,
yeah,
like, you know, the reason why I'm pretty much always in one of 3 different Adidas hoodies is because they're my like at home around the house tops.
Yep.
And she's got similar things, so yeah. When we don't have to go anywhere, it's great.
That's a good point. Around the house, you're right. They wear the same thing all the time. Go out? Nope, we got to change it up. Nope, we got to, oh, I need we're going on this trip. Here, I need 2 new shirts. Oh, okay. Sure.
Sorry.
Anyhow.
Anyway, bringing it back to Warhammer. My Sunday group, Saturday group yesterday. After they finished dealing with all of the criminals, they then had a bunch of messages because they're in alliance with a trade federation and a flotilla exploration team. They've explored 2 other systems and basically told them like, "Hey, we found contact with, an alien race that is pseudo hostile. We probably need to pacify them, quote unquote." Another one seems to be technologically advanced, but has not developed warp travel, which we can introduce them to if we want.
But what about the Prime Directive?
Yeah, what about it?
Oh, come on, that was funny.
It was funny. Yeah, but it was funny because I remember, I think it was Bear who was like, "Oh, that's what he was telling me about like how Star Trek should be run," and I'm sitting there going like, I don't understand half of these things. Like, if I come across a hostile planet and it seems like they're doing something wrong, I'll just cluster bomb it from orbit. And he was just like, "What? You can't do that because of the Prime Directive." I was like, "What's about it? Like, is it like about human supremacy or something in the stars?"
I was gonna say, this is Warhammer. The Prime Directive is it human or not? No. Virus
exactly.
bomb.
Exactly.
See, and here's something funny, right? Have you guys ever watched Stargate Atlantis?
Yes.
A couple of episodes. I do want to watch Stargate in its entirety because it looks like a good show.
Okay.
It's a moderate show, but it has its charms.
Brian, I have low standards and a terrible taste.
Okay. First off, it can't be that bad. My father-in-law watches the movies that you would see on Mystery Science Theater but like,
Okay.
and he would watch Mystery Science Theater, but he watches those movies unironically. He doesn't even
Fair.
watch them just to watch the jokes. He would actually watch those movies. Trust me, I know people with low standard. I'm just saying, I'm not saying Stargate's a bad show. I'm saying just don't go in expecting like, high drama. It's fun. That's all.
Yep.
My
Completely agree.
point
go on.
was that that show has a great season 2, season 3-ish twist. When the second Daedalus ship class first arrives with that colonel, the black dude,
Mhm.
all throughout the expedition leader Elizabeth Weir, has been diplomatic with everything, very Star Trek-esque. This dude shows up. They have a problem. Well, the Atlantis expedition has a problem in that they've found replicators in the Pegasus galaxy. He shows up. They're like, "Oh, cool, another Daedalus class ship. That's great. We won't be, left alone." And he's like, "Yes, we've got a mission." "Oh, what's that?" "We're going to launch a cluster bomb of nukes onto the replicator world." Basically, that scenario that you're talking about with the whole Prime Directive thing, that played out in an episode of Stargate Atlantis, where diplomacy, nuke 'em. Just unapologetically just nuke them.
I mean,
So, yeah.
they say that war is just diplomacy by other means.
They say, or does America say?
No, that's now I have to.
Nah, let's be fair. Canadians. It's not called the Geneva checklist for nothing.
No, that's very true.
Karl
Oh, yeah.
von Clausewitz, a Prussian general and military theorist, famously
Of
stated,
course.
"War is the continuation of politics by other means."
So the Germans, once again.
No, technically Prussian.
Which, I mean, yeah, that was he was 1780 to 1831. Yeah, I mean, that was not even, remotely related to anything 20th century.
And yet
Fair.
apt.
Anyways, so yeah, it wasn't just the Americans. Me. At least we're real.
I found a paperclip the other day and it reminded me of America.
Okay. Why?
Project Paperclip?
Oh, Operation Paperclip.
Yeah, that one.
Look, we just got the best Nazis.
And that's where we have differing opinions. The best Nazis are dead ones.
I don't know. The Russians got some Nazis, so we had to get better Nazis.
Microsoft sucks a lot.
Okay.
Because I couldn't reply to a comment or to a news article talking about the recent neo-Nazi rally at a Sydney fucking Parliament House by saying the only good Nazi's a dead one. Because apparently that violates their terms of service. And their, community guidelines and stuff. I don't like this world that we live in. No. Nazis should be dead. I'm sorry. I have strong feelings towards this.
All the Nazis are dead anyways.
I think your country and my country have a bit of a problem then.
No, I think the term just gets thrown around way too often. Because it's also used, it's used very, very liberally, to demean anybody that you don't agree with.
Yeah, I know that part. In that way, your country has a serious problem. Like how they throw around communists.
No, because there's a lot of people that try to say they're not communist, but they straight up are communist.
Yeah, no. I get that part, right? It's when, remember that was it Sandy Peterson or someone
Probably.
from Chaosium who got tired and put a thing on Twitter or X, whatever, fucking, that was like, people keep throwing around these words. This is what this actually means. Stop trying to redefine what words mean, please, you fucking assholes. I remember you shared it to me fucking ages ago, but we talk so much, I would never be able to fucking find it in the messages.
It probably was Sandy Peterson.
Yeah. And I forgot to post this out and let people know that we went live. Because I got distracted. Shit. Oh well, bit late now.
Well, they can just catch up.
No one's catching up with this. Are you kidding me?
I am. I am the reason why you have so many views. I have a bot farm. I have a bot farm that's following your every move.
Grumpy old slime. Buy and start using a dictionary. If only the dictionaries weren't so politicized nowadays.
What, is there something wrong with the Oxford Dictionary now? I thought Oxford was always good.
I just know that they're...
Oh wait, that's British, so you guys would never use it.
I mean, that's fair. Oh my gosh, he's got a camera.
Yeah.
Yes.
I finished the work.
The wife has set you free.
No, I'm not free yet. I'm giving myself a break. My wife's actually gone to see her brother who lives in London, so she won't be back until like another 3 or 4 hours from now.
Oh, okay.
So she left very early this morning with basically telling me last night, here's a list of things that you need to do. I was like, cool. I'll just get on with it and do it.
That must be nice to have that level of focus and ability to stick to a task.
Yeah, but it's like one thing at a time where I just go, okay, put in some earbuds, have like an hour-long video, and once that video runs out, you go to the next task. Unless it's like a longer one, then I've got like 2 or 3 hour-long videos lined up to just like focus on that. That's all.
You know what's good? You know what's good for that? Reading wikis for you. Great channel. There's many of like hour-and-a-half long videos that you can watch or just listen to. Anyway, sorry.
No, absolutely.
Oh, oh my god, that took forever to scroll. It was Sandy Peterson, and it was about fascism. How China is a communist, it's fascist.
Oh yeah, yeah,
That's what it was.
yeah. Oh, I wish
Oh
I'd
my God,
remembered
that took
now, because
forever to
that was the whole basis of a Talking Drek one Sunday.
Yeah, yeah.
I've never
Bloody
tried to
language.
understand the system of the CCP. I know they started out trying to implement communism, but it moved towards Maoism, which
It's communism
we just
with Chinese characteristics.
yeah, but so
Moon speak.
slight deviation, because a lot of the Marxist ideology had a hard time being translated into China, because the struggles that was faced in Europe wasn't able to be translated into the problems that China was facing. Like they had certain laws in terms of like land ownership that were significantly more sophisticated than what the Europeans had. But then they still had like the entire slave caste and serf caste system, which was then built into it. So it's like you couldn't really do these things without an entire society relapse. It's been many decades. I'd happily say like at least like 10 plus years since I read into Chinese history, so I'm very outdated in what I remember.
Right. Yeah, and what was it? Yeah, and I mean, that's also been one of the hard parts of the United States, that like it's been so difficult for communism to take hold, because like we have a mentality of, no, there are ways to move up. Back in Europe, it's like, no, if you were of a lower class, moving up and moving out of your class and being better and growing was a lot more difficult. What? Why are you shaking your head at me?
I mean, it is Seraphis being Seraphis with his dad jokes.
Oh,
as
God,
a
okay.
grumpy old slan is going, Maoism is communism with a hatred for sparrows. To
With
which
a hatred
Seraphis
for sparrows.
immediately pounces on and goes, isn't that just meowism?
Okay, I missed Grumpy's comment. Well done. Good job. Good job, Seraphis.
I read that. I was like, no,
Meow.
no, no. I don't need. What's the anime term for it? Nico, whatever it is, like where you've got like cat girls. Christ.
Nico-chan.
Yeah, Nico-chan communists.
Right.
It's like, I don't need this in my life. Yet Seraphis has now forcefully made me think about communist cat girls.
Well, but anyway, so just to kind of finish the thought, but that's why you see in the United States, the push for communism is more about race or other things, as opposed to class, class conflict. So
this is the Danish side of me. I have had a very hard time understanding the concept of class struggle. I'm not saying that it doesn't exist in Denmark, but it's not such a forefront thing as to when I came to the United Kingdom. Like, class seems to have been obsessed over, your working class, your middle class, your upper class. I'm like, why does this matter what job you have? I was like, no, it defines, where you are in the hierarchy. Like, what hierarchy? We should all be treated as equals under the law and under each other's eyes. And it should be a meritocracy, shouldn't it? It's like, no, that's apparently not how it is.
Like if you look at like everybody makes a big deal about the Magna Carta, and how that was like the foundation for a lot of rights. But if you actually look into it, like like right to trial, things like that, wasn't for the peasantry. It was for the nobility,
the landowners.
Yeah, right. And so it wasn't until you then again started like like the U.S. got a hold of it. It was like, well, we don't have nobility, and there's a whole bunch of open land. Just go, take a piece,
and
see
take
what
it,
you can,
yeah.
right? See what you can do with it. So, anyways, that's my amateur class
no, I do
philosophy, I
agree,
guess.
but like I think it's just again like even like again Europe is interesting because you've got literally countries that are so closely bunched together that you still have such like very different like cultures in terms of upbringing. So me being raised in Denmark, raised within a Danish family and society and culture, when I was exposed to these things, it was just like it was weird to me. It's still weird to me because I've got this what some of my American players and friends refer to as like a utopian mindset. Like I genuinely do believe like the merits of the individual is based on their actions and what they do with themselves. You know, I can't.
Well,
I
but
can't really
also don't forget though that that's a very modern European mindset.
Sure.
You know, like one thing I somebody made the point previously, and it really does hold up, that Europe, like we always think of like, tribal societies, quote unquote. Like where like look at like African countries, and like so like actually that was an interesting thing with the election that we just had. So in Minnesota, there's a whole bunch of Somalians.
Yeah.
Well, there was a guy running to be the mayor of Minneapolis who is from one tribe in Somalia.
Yeah.
Well, a whole bunch of other Somalians from other tribes basically refused to vote for him because, he's from that tribe.
Yeah.
So that's what we think of more modern, but somebody made a point that's like, no, Europe is extremely tribal. Like if you think about it, 2 world wars, essentially because of tribal issues. Now it's very modern, but still very, very tribal. So it wasn't literally until after World War II that a lot of that, has been shifted.
I know I can't disagree on that for one. I mean, a fun example I can give is when my wife dated me and got to know me and then got to meet my family. One thing that she got exposed to very quickly, and that it was a cultural shock to her, was the Scandinavian rivalry, like how Danes refer to Swedes, Norwegian, and Finns, and just
Hurdy-gurdy.
exactly like the things we would say would like really be like, if it wasn't because like Norwegians, Swedes, and Finns are white as fuck, just like me, that would be seen as like some borderline genocidal communication that we were saying. Like it's just like the things like the only good thing we could do to Sweden is to build a wall around it and use it as a detonation site. It's like that's like, this is like, and this is not like what I was saying. Like this was like communications that like my brothers and my dad was joking around with. And she was like, "This is the family I'm marrying into." And I showed her like a video of where someone was doing a review of the Netflix TV show of Vikings, and he was going like, "Oh, one of these tribal people are half Swedish, half Danish. Well, at least they're half human, the Danish side." And she said, "There's like, yeah, yeah, this is normal, Oscar. This is acceptable, apparently." So no, I won't deny that, and I have had at least one friend who basically went like, "Oscar, you do realize you have to be careful with the things you say. Like you're fine in this group because we know about Scandinavia, we know Denmark and Sweden has had like the most wars compared to any other country in the world, which is." Hey, if Denmark has to win at something, at least we're winning at being consistent. Which again, I'm deviating within my deviation. I actually got like when I was working in shipping with one of my teams, we actually during the Christmas periods, it was boring, so we were like looking things up. We actually went like down the rabbit hole of like how many wars has there been between Sweden and Denmark? We're like officially since since Sweden gains its independence, there's been approximately 14 to 16 official wars between the two nations. Prior to Sweden being an acknowledged independent state, there's about 32 instances of subjugation from Denmark. And the further down history you go, where Sweden rises up, it becomes like effectively a European power. Sweden takes on, Poland, Lithuania, Russia, and like it becomes like a really serious powerhouse. You still have Chihuahua Denmark down there at the bottom going, I gotta get you. I gotta bite you. And it's like, we've taken on the largest empire. We've taken one of the most sophisticated Eastern European empires. And you, little Denmark, think you could take us on? Yeah.
I mean, hey, say what you will. Denmark's still independent. So,
we never lost. Yeah, no,
they got some tenacity somewhere.
I mean, yeah, we got invaded by Prussia a couple of times, and we just went, we're just going to be such a nuisance to you that you just can't be bothered. So they left. We had Sweden try to invade us a couple of times. We went, oh, fuck no, you don't. There were some hilarious instances. There was even one of the winters where the water between Denmark and Sweden froze over, and both sides just looked at it and went, oh, it's frozen. Get the guns. With cannon fire on both sides, cracking the ice, people drowning into waters, and bayonet charges on ice with people on skates going, herk, 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 herk. Like, the carnage, the bloodbath, the blood scattered across the ice, while parts of it is then being blown apart because, well, hardly fucking do. There's a 32-pound cannon coming in for you. And explosions, mortars, the whole 9 yards, all of it just ripping things apart. And you've got two sides looking at each other going, you just need to die. I have no reason beyond hatred. You, as a singularity, your existence offends me. You must be removed. And again, if I take this kind of passion and I funnel it into my role-playing games, I run fantastic 40k games. Because the Xenos are Swedes. It is established. It is canons.
The Xenos are Swedes.
And it's sexist deviant deception. Thank you. I have tangents within my tangents that tangelize.
That tangelize.
Listen, I have my uses sometimes. I come here, I have my rants. It seems to entertain people, and hopefully it generates some interest. I'm a humble, monkey that knows when to dance. Exactly. That's why I'm being kept around by Seraphis. He's like, need entertainment. Throw the Dane in there, and just wave a horrific, blue and yellow flag.
That's fair. Ugh. Trying to think of what I should be covering on my channel. I'm so scatterbrained.
That's fair. At the moment, anything specifically that's standing out for you?
No.
That you've got interest?
Unfortunately not. I am having a blast covering MechWarrior First Edition, though.
That's good.
Like, it's very old. It is very much a product of its time, but...
I like the analogies to sporting events.
That's true. What did we do this week?
Hockey.
Right.
Yeah, and last
The
one before
previous
that
one
was
was golf.
Yep.
Can I ask a question for you, Brian?
No questions for me.
All right, can I have an autograph? No questions, but I'll sign your autographs, please. Get the
Yes,
pictures up.
exactly. I'll sign autographs.
I'll sign autographs, but I will not take pictures. All questions. It's like, what?
Okay.
So I'm just going through reading wikis for you. What I'm coming across is that you have a consistent thing that says no AI. What is that about?
So when I started recording them,
Yeah.
like, okay, I don't get a ton of traffic, but like a bunch of people, like the number of times that somebody commented, "Oh my gosh, this isn't AI. I was expecting somebody to like this to just be an AI presentation. I'm subscribing just because it's not AI." So I'm like, I'm gonna lean into it, and so I just put it in the
Thumbnail.
in the title and in the thumbnail, just so that way, people know that it's going to be me. There's going to be, well, maybe they don't necessarily know that there's going to be like goofs, because occasionally sometimes I'm reading and it's just like that's a word. Like I literally have to stop and be like, how do I say this?
Oh God. I'm playing Warhammer Rogue Trader with a friend of mine. There is English words in there where I generally have to like stop and do solo, farmy. Like I have to literally like break it down because I'm like, fuck off.
Oh yeah,
Grumpy. That is. I will take questions, but I will not provide answers.
Right, exactly.
I will be a politician for this. Go on.
Right, no, but I have to do the same thing because like I get it with like what are foreign words to me. I get stumbling over those. But sometimes I'm hitting a word, okay, it's like, okay, this has to be something in English, and just like struggling to get through it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's anyways, but yeah, so it's raw because I don't edit anything. So if I trip over something, I do. If I need to correct it, I'll go back and correct it, like just live. But again, it's just me reading it, and that I'm getting I think a decent amount of views. I'm just not getting enough subscribers. That's the frustrating part.
Yeah. Well, I mean, you will find that like the few people that I see that is like, hey, here's the actual metric of people who watch my videos. There'll be like 40 to 60% of people who are not subscribed.
No, for this so far, it's like 97% new viewers.
Right.
So, anyways, but I'm still having fun with it. I just wish it was progressing a little faster as far as like getting people to subscribe and whatnot. But yeah, no, the biggest thing I wish I could figure out, because the problem is that like technically I'm not out of the norm on this, but I need people commenting, because like for the Warhammer ones, that's easy. I'm doing the Primarchs. For BattleTech, it's easy. I'm doing the different factions.
Yeah.
But like for Monday through Friday, where I read regular wiki articles, it's like, I would like suggestions.
Sure.
Tell me what you want to hear about. Because like the other thing about it, there are so many articles where it's like Clan Smoke Jaguar yesterday, 45 minutes. And I was thinking about it, it's like, okay, so that's 45 minutes. That took me 45 minutes to read. Okay. how, like, yes, we all get stuck in little Wikipedia rabbit holes.
Mhm.
But honestly, like, how many times do you hit a wiki article and you're like, I don't have time to read this. So you might read like the first section and you just go. Yes, Grumpy, it's reading wikis for you. Or at reading wikis. I would comment in chat, but Restream doesn't let me.
That's all right. I'll post it for you.
But so that's the other thing that I kind of came to realize. It's like, oh, like here are these big articles that people may not necessarily want to or have time to read, but quote unquote, here's the audiobook for this, this 2-hour reading wiki article.
And to be honest, though, that is definitely, I mean, for my 40k games, that is absolutely where I am leading towards, because I don't have the time to sit down and read the novels. I barely have time to sit down and read the different rules unless it's specifically for any of the games that I run. So for having something or someone that's reading it for me while I'm doing something else, that allows me to at least learn while I'm doing something.
Thanks, Grumpy and Saxious. Well, yeah. So put comments down. Tell me what you want to read. Like if there's something that you want to know about, so I would like to know this. Like if it's like a 2-minute article, I'm not gonna do it.
Although I will say, even if you are subscribed and have all the notifications on, YouTube could still be a bitch and not let you know that a video that's exactly on the topic of things that you regularly fucking watch actually shows up when he posts it.
I mean, I guess I could have gone in and replied to your comment telling you that I'd posted it.
You shouldn't have to.
That's fair.
Like,
anyways,
the amount of fucking Zoids videos and stuff, I shorts and whatnot that I watch, and a subscribed channel of mine posts something with the title of Zoids in it. Gee, I wonder if the YouTube algorithm actually fucking works. Clearly it doesn't, because it didn't show me your fucking video. It will show me some random fuckhead's video about, their shitty opinion of Zoids being a kid's cartoon and not knowing anything about the toy line or the fucking backstory.
That was fun to read. Like just realize it. Like, okay, it was a little frustrating when it was like going into like all of like the different breakdowns of here's this toy line, here's this toy line, here's this toy line, here's this toy line. That was like, it seemed it felt very repetitive, but again, it was still just interesting. Like that's been the funnest part about doing this, is I'm just reading a bunch of interesting stuff. I'm like, I already call myself the Vault of Worthless Knowledge, and I'm only adding at this point,
Yeah.
But
still, at least you're doing something with your channel. I burned myself out trying to do these scripts for the fucking Numenera videos that I wanted to do, and now I haven't fucking done anything.
I have not done anything since the one video I did, or the couple of videos I did, and that I then decided, like, I'm just gonna milk the big one, block it up into videos, and then do one big one to try and get as much out as I can. And then, I don't know, I just ran out of free time.
It's complicated because, again, it depends, like how much do you want? Like is it really something that you want to do?
Well, yeah, no, for me it really isn't. It was fun, and I enjoy long form videos. I like listening to long form videos, which is not what you are then rewarded with. And I don't at the moment have the time and the immediate interest to sit down and then do a big script for a topic, which again, I enjoyed it when I did my logistics stuff about ships and what have you. I had fun doing that. I just need to figure out like how you go about doing this probably in a more what's it called, efficient way, rather than just me putting on OBS and go, we're doing it live in one take.
So I do it live or I don't do it live, but I do it in one. Well, I say I do it in one take.
Yeah.
What that means is if I've gone over 60 seconds and I'm happy with the first 60 seconds ish,
Yeah.
then I don't care what happens.
Yeah.
And at that point, I'm just recording it and I'm not going to edit it because I don't want to listen to my own voice. I don't script anything. I have general ideas of what do I want to say? What am I talking about here? But that's about it.
Yeah. No, absolutely. I realized when I did my one of my videos, it's like, oh wait, I now have my real name appearing up on screen at one point, so I now need to learn how I put a black bar in there, just so that my real name isn't doxed out there. As well as my personal email is like, you don't want that showing either.
Yeah.
By the way, Brian, that reminds me. Did you see what Lego announced?
The Enterprise?
Hmm.
Oh, that got leaked a while ago, but they finally it got leaked that they'd gotten there was something coming, but then they finally showed it yesterday or a couple days ago.
Yeah.
I don't think I will get it, but it's a really good looking set.
Yeah.
And
it looks like they've got most of the cast in minifigs as well, which...
Did you see the free gift with purchase set?
No.
It's one of it's a shuttle pod.
Oh, is that with Ensign Rowe?
And it's got Rolaire in it with it. That was an actress that, oh my gosh, just you're just given like they're literally creating a show around your character, and then she's like, "Matt, I want to do it." And so that's the whole reason that we have Major Kira.
Yeah, I know.
So,
and then 20 years later, she decides she's gonna fucking do the Battlestar Galactica show as the commander of the Pegasus.
No, it wasn't 20 years later. No, that was like 10 years later.
Oh, 10, whatever. Yeah. But still, it's just like... You had a
no, I mean that's just another acting job. But no, she could have had 7 seasons being, like the number 2 character on a Star Trek show. And she was already a super popular just guest star. They brought her back, 6 times?
Yeah.
No, they more than that. Seasons 5 to 7. Oh, I guess they brought her back in Picard.
I'll have to take your word for it. I didn't watch it. Well,
I couldn't watch it either.
I saw the first episode and was like, "This is going to be fucking shit. I'm not going to watch anymore." And then
everybody's like, "Oh, season 3 is really good." I didn't care for it. The 2 episodes I could get through.
I just don't. They've killed my love for Star Trek, and I'm just not buying their shit anymore.
Fair.
I still think that Lower Decks was actually done really well.
That's great. I'm never going to see it though.
Do you have access to it?
Yep.
I will tell you my personal opinion. Number 1, it's set in the TNG era, like 5 years after Deep Space Nine. And yes, it's a comedy, but it's still, in my opinion, faithful to the TNG era that was established.
Again, that's great, but I'm never going to get it.
I would say just watch it. Anyways.
Yeah, watch it, whatever. Like, it... Abrams was clearly going to fuck up Star Trek when he got a hold of those movies. And then when he went on to do Star Wars, knew what the pattern was going to be. He left his people behind to handle Star Trek and was like, it's going to be shit. And then they just kept rolling with it. Just after Discovery, fucking all those fucking other things. It's not Star Trek. I don't care what fucking idiot apologists say. It's just
I don't disagree with you. I haven't been able to stand any of the new stuff either. But that's why I say Lower Decks. It is surprisingly good.
It's still a new Star Trek, and I'm not watching it.
Seraphis, have I steered you wrong? Intentionally. Have I intentionally steered you wrong?
I love how we need to correct that. Have I intentionally done this?
Yeah.
Have I unintentionally caused you to be exposed to some shit? Maybe.
Probably.
Oh, yeah. And that's a comment thing we need to have a discussion about after the stream ends, by the way.
What did I screw up?
I'll talk to you after the stream about it.
Well, basing from the subtitle here, wrapping up because it's fucking late.
That's only been up for like 15 minutes. It's fine.
My God, you run the show like an absolute dictator. I might as well return to John's, Wednesday streams of just like, now we're going to talk about this. And like, no, don't force me. And I'm now behind the steering wheel again, John. Why do you make me do this? I have no idea, man, what I was trying to go with that. I have the problem that I start speaking and then I'll just go, well, we'll see where it ends up.
I know so many people like that.
I account for many of them. That's what split personality does to a man. My vote counts as 7.
What? No. It's so good. We still love you, Sax.
You don't have a choice.
I thought it was you that didn't have the choice.
Oh, you don't have a choice? Oh, there we go.
No.
We found common ground in denial.
Yes. That's in Egypt,
Yeah,
right?
naturally. Your birthplace.
Yeah. Well, either that or the fairylands, one of the
I can
two.
definitely see you being taken by the fairies there. Go like, finally we have something. Oh no, we have him. Oh God, get rid of him. No. Yeah, no, Grumpy, I probably need to just do that and just go like, well, here is my unfiltered stream of thought with a lot of inaccuracies.
No, hold on. There's nothing wrong with making sure you've got your facts straight and your information correct. I just don't, like, at most I do bullet points. Yeah. I don't do scripts. But yeah, I just hit record and go. Yeah. I'm with Grumpy.
Which is fair enough. It's like, from what I want to talk about, again, 40k sci-fi, maybe a bit of fantasy here. It's again from the perspective of DM management and running the worlds how I do with faction build, faction run, and what have you. why I think it's good, why it helps with making the games immersive, having multiple subplots that are happening in the background. So when the players go like, "Oh, we've now come and done this," is like, "Wait, what the hell is going on here? Why is this guy in charge?" And I was like, "Well, you're now catching up with things." I was like, "Cool." That's very good, Grumpy. Well done. Not all of us have that level of freedom.
I mean, he does. He just chooses not to exercise it.
Well, technically, I do as well. Actually, no, I don't. I'm not an English citizen. And in Denmark, yeah, it's the same. I need to go through, get my permits, psychological evaluation.
Got it. You're already out of the running. No,
and then I need to be a member of a gun club. And if I want to have the gun at home, I need to have a safety. I need to have 2 different rooms where I keep the weapon and the ammunition. That's Danish regulation at the very least.
I just need to be an American.
You see,
Guns are for pussies.
Tell that to the emus. No,
That kind of serves my point. Couldn't hit the fucking things with a gun, so why bother? Now, running
like
up and clocking them in the side with the fist, you can do that.
I mean, apparently it works on the kangaroos. They're like, "Oh God, he hit me!" Oh,
Exactly.
I was only choking out his animal. I was doing nothing wrong around it. He punched me. Did you see it, Greg? Did you see it? He aggressively assaulted me.
He aggressively assaulted me. Oh, good times.
That's why I fucking laugh at. Like, we have a camel infestation problem, right?
Right.
So I get
a camel infestation problem.
Oh my god, that should be a wiki article you read. That is hilarious. Like, legit, there are so many wild camels in Australia. Periodically, we cull hundreds, and we still can't get rid of them all.
Holy crap!
Yep,
that's a decent sized article. Australian feral camel.
Yes.
Those feral camels roaming the deserts, and then out of nowhere, as the sun rises up, they are found charging into the civilized lands, rampaging, stealing the local fruits, and I don't know what noise does camels make when they do things. Yeah, and they at people.
That will be coming on November 19th.
It's just your statement. It's like, look at the size of that Wikipedia. Oh my! I can spend a good 30 minutes reading this. Oh,
15 to 30. I go based on the size of like the scroll bar, and sometimes sometimes I'll read it just like it's not very long. Like I did one about Mike the Headless Chicken. That was like 5 minutes. I didn't care. It was an article about a headless chicken. But no, I do try to go for longer ones.
understandable.
But yeah, the National Feral Camel Action Plan of 2009 to 2013.
Still got technically, yeah. You can still get a license in, I think it's Western Australia and Northern Territory, to have a gun to shoot feral camels with, because they are, and keep in mind, we're culling them every year. We're also exporting them back to Africa and the Middle East. And we try to use their meat and stuff for food for crocodiles, in zoos and stuff. And we still can't cull the fucking feral numbers. Like,
maybe you just need to designate them like a vermin, like the UK has done with pigeons. You're allowed to hunt them all year round.
Well, no, so camel
You know,
meat
you're
was,
about to say we have.
hold on.
We still
Camel
haven't dealt
meat-
with them.
Camel meat was also used in the production of pet food in Australia. In
yes.
2011, the RSPCA issued a warning after a study found cases of severe and sometimes fatal liver disease in dogs that had eaten camel meat.
Oh dear lord.
Yeah, but it's been safe for crocodiles to eat, which is why it's always been used. By
No,
zoos for
I'm
crocodiles.
it's just the amount of ridiculousness around this.
I'm just seeing like an abattoir or like a butchery where it's just like load them in. We need to feed the crocodiles in the swamp. Quick, we need to dump it out there. And the next problem then becomes the feral crocodiles are leaving their swamplands and roaming out to find this delicious packs of camels. And it's like we've made another problem. Like, we have indeed. What is in that? Go on.
A multi-species abattoir at Caboolture. How do I say that?
I'd have to see it.
Caboolture in
Hold on.
Queensland.
Say it again. CA.
Boolture, Queensland. Caboolture?
Caboolture, I think.
Caboolture, sure. Caboolture in Queensland, run by Maramist, regularly processes feral camels, selling meat into Europe, the United States, and Japan.
Yeah. And still, we can't get rid of them.
I mean, you couldn't get rid of the emus either.
They're at least native.
Oh, we're back to the good old problem of like, let's introduce another species into this ecosystem. Oh, wait.
No, see, this one was an unintentional fuck up because they brought them over not to introduce them into the wildlife, but to use as like, because, there's a giant fucking desert in the middle of the country. So, camel, great. Until the rail lines and everything, they were being used for that. Somehow, after things finished, motherfuckers just let them go. Insert giant problem here.
I mean, the United States imported camels.
Oh yes, your war
USA.
camels.
Camels. Camel cavalry.
All right. Well, gentlemen, it's probably the point where I need to call it a day and
No worries.
leave. But it's been fun. Thank you for having me, and thank you for enduring the time when I was working.
That's all good. Thanks for being on.
Thanks
Thank
for
you.
putting up with me dominating the conversation at times.
I mean, I think I was doing it just as badly with my 40k games of just going, you know what? I'm going to have a spurk moment, and you, my dear victims, will be subject to it.
Look, if Seraphis would just, I don't know, run this thing, we'd have more topics. But
see, you and I are like, we need order. We need direction. If there is no direction, then we will just go, that's north. We're heading there. And then the two of us will just daisy chain together and go,
North, you assume I'm that organized.
Listen, no. Brian, you're just jealous that I always know which way north is.
I mean, you're Danish.
that.
You're already there anyways. No, probably.
There is a D&D joke from 5e. You can have a talent that means that you always know where north is. So there was a group that does a live play where they were having like a discussion, and one of them pointed to another place like, everything's been going wrong since you joined this group. It's like, Why? Why is that a problem? Is it because I know which way west is? No, but it's pretty good to know which way west is. Which way is that, by the way? Oh, it's simple. West is that way. I was like, you just pointed left. Yes. Whichever way west is where I look, and then you go left. It's just like, what? And you've been our guide? Yes.
Oh, Saxus, what are we gonna do with you?
I don't have answers that would be suitable for a man of my talent.
Fair enough. All right, let's end this, Seraphis.
All right. Check out his channel. Check out Sax's stuff if he decides to do more. But do remember to check out his big long video because that would be really good. Plus, it would give like a bunch of views and maybe it'll spur him on to record something.
It
in the
will
future.
spur me on to spurk some more.
Yeah. For spurring.
Yeah.
And I will maybe do a video soon about why the Lego Dreams TV show probably would have served as a better canvas for how to do a Tron movie than Tron Ares was.
Did you
Because
see
that's been
Tron
boring.
Ares?
Yes.
All right. Anyway, we can't keep going. We'll have to talk about that another time.
Yes. All right.